Hello friends, and welcome back to AutoFix Zone. In today's video, we're going to talk about the causes behind the battery warning light appearing on your vehicle's instrument cluster. The battery light is one of the most important warning indicators on the dashboard. But before we explain the reasons behind it, we need to clarify a very important point. Many people ask, "I was driving and everything was fine. Then the engine suddenly shut off and the battery light came on. Does this mean the battery is faulty?" And the answer is, not necessarily. In any situation where the engine shuts off without you turning the key off yourself, the battery light will always appear on the dashboard. In some vehicles, the check engine light may appear along with it. The engine might stall simply due to running out of fuel, or for many other reasons. And in all these cases, the battery light will illuminate even though the battery itself is not the problem. However, there are 5 actual causes for the battery light to turn on. Let's go through them together. 1. Weak or failing battery. A weak, damaged, or worn-out battery, or a battery that can no longer hold a proper charge, is one of the most common reasons the battery light turns on. The best way to confirm this is to measure the battery's voltage while the engine is off. A healthy battery should read 12.4 volts to 12.6 volts. If it drops below that, especially down to 9 volts during cranking, that's a clear sign the battery is at the end of its life. Assuming, of course, that the alternator is functioning correctly. 2. Alternator problems. The battery light doesn't only indicate a bad battery. It will also turn on whenever there is any issue with the alternator that affects the charging system. If the alternator stops charging, or if it overcharges the battery due to an internal fault, the battery light will illuminate. You can confirm proper alternator operation using a multimeter. Normal charging voltage with the engine running should be 13.4 volts to 14.7 volts, regardless of RPM. Anything above or below this range indicates an alternator fault that will trigger the battery warning light. 3. Broken alternator belt. If the alternator belt snaps, the alternator will immediately stop rotating, which means it will stop charging the battery. This alone is enough to turn on the battery warning light. 4. Poor battery terminal connection. The battery terminals are critical for proper electrical flow. To ensure strong, stable power delivery and proper charging, the terminals must be kept clean from corrosion or oxidation. Any buildup of rust, acid, or loose connections will weaken the electrical system and cause charging problems, delayed starting, and other issues, all of which can trigger the battery warning light. It's extremely important to tighten the battery terminals properly, as loose terminals are a very common cause of intermittent charging issues. 5. Short circuit or broken charging cables. The main charging wires between the alternator and the battery are closely monitored by the ECU due to their importance. If there is any short circuit, open circuit, or excessive resistance in these wires, the ECU will immediately turn on the battery warning light, indicating a charging system malfunction. When this happens, you must inspect all 5 causes mentioned in this video. We always aim to provide simple, clear, and useful explanations, and that takes a lot of time and effort. So if you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and enable notifications so you don't miss our future content. See you in the next video. This was AutoFix Zone.